Hi everybody, it's Christina. Welcome back. Today we're starting off a series of Christmas card videos over the next couple of weeks. So let's go ahead and get started with our first card. I'm going to be stamping out first the Sentiment Seasons, which comes from the Photopolymer stamp set Endless Winter. Such a cute stamp set. Lots of great little sentiments in different fonts. So I'm stamping this out using the Sahara sand. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the next sentiment, which says Celebrate the, and I'm going to stamp that out using the same ink right above where it says Seasons. So it's going to say Celebrate the Seasons. The next thing I'm going to do is take my snowflake from the Festive Flurry stamp set. I'm going to ink that up using the Sahara sand. I really love the way the snowflake comes out in Sahara sand. It is really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that right onto that Whisper White cardstock. And if I forgot to mention, that piece of cardstock measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And I'm just going and stamping that in the center of that cardstock. So the next thing I'm doing is making a triple loop bow using some 1/8 or 1/8 inch silver ribbon. And I'm just wrapping that around my fingers a couple of times. And what I'll do next is take a extra piece that I have of the ribbon, and I'm just going to go ahead and tie that around. That's going to make the center to my bow. And when I first tie it, I tie it a little loose. This way I can move it around and make sure that it's in the center. So I'll just slide it over to the center, and then I'm going to go ahead and fidget with the loops a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and tighten that up. Once I have that tightened, I'm going to kind of fluff out my bow or my loops. And here I realize that some of my loops are a little uneven, so if I just stick my fingers in and kind of pull them, because it's not tied together in a real bow, it's just got the little centerpiece, I can then go ahead and make all the loops even and fluff them up a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is take a glue dot. Now this is a bigger size glue dot, so all I'm doing here is just rolling them and making it a little bit smaller. I'll then take my bow and put the glue dot on the back of it, and then I'll go ahead and adhere that right to the very center of my card. The next thing I'm doing is adding one of the festive embellishments, also using a glue dot, and I'm just putting that right in the center of my bow. I'm going to use my little scissors here and trim off the edges of the tails of my bow. And once I have that all in place, I'm going to take a piece of Sahara sand cardstock. This measures 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm adding my adhesive right to that piece because my Whisper White piece is a little bit bulky, and I didn't want to wrinkle it up when I went to add the adhesive on the back of it. So I added it right to the front of my piece of Sahara sand. And I'm going to go ahead and center my little stamped image there right to the front of that, and that little border there is about 1/8 of an inch smaller on the white cardstock than it is on the Sahara sand. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive to the back of that, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to a standard A2 size card, which measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and that is just half of a piece of 8 1/2 by 11 cardstock. So I'm just centering that right on my card base. And then the last thing I'm going to do is take some of these jewel basics, and using some of the smaller jewels, I'm going to go ahead and add a jewel to the end of each of the little tips of the snowflake. There are 2 points of my snowflake that are hidden underneath my bow, so to save jewels, I did not add those. But that is our card for today. If you have any questions, let me know. And as always, a list of supplies will be in the bottom of this video or over on my blog. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.